Sermon 4 in Nahjul Balagah reminds us that without the tradition of the prophets, we're left in a sort of darkness, and we're left without some security of position. Now, some fragments do exist in other paths, and this is to a differing degree, and we leave that up to God, how that's going to be. We don't ultimately know, and some rules and stuff could have been different for some different time, but two things that agree with the revealed books, the inspired books, are the books of ourselves and the books of nature in general. But when we unite them, it takes us out of a sort of night. It makes us one who hears as if loud when it is quiet and gentle in its call. The message of the Scripture and the actual Scripture of God can help us to understand people. It can help obscure us from others as far as would be for our protection. And we can have our own opinions, but our own opinions are not about our own mere personal fears or wandering musings, but our own opinions are to connect to the descriptions, to keep us away from deviating from good and truth, from ever seeking further that spiritual drinking. Now, we might relate the thing in Surah 57 that we can think of the hermit card or whatever, but we turn here to the story of Moses. And the magicians, they use their evil magic. And it looked as if their staffs were moving. Now, a meaning of the word sihr also includes trickery. So there could have been some prestidigitosis going on too. But it even caused Moses to have a fear. But he was told, not to fear. You're going to be of the successful. And so you fear for your own life, that's natural. But the fearing for your own life is only in regards to not fulfilling your mission. But if one is certain about the rightness of something, one shouldn't fear completing it. And don't worry about those who don't do what they should do, as the fourth letter comes. And the fourth letter here was upon the arrival of Talha and Zubair in Basra. And all that is wanted is the return to the obedience of God and His system. And if you want good company, returning to saying number 4 here, surrender unto God's will. Try to achieve knowledge and good manners, even more than outward appearances. And there was a document 3 was written for Shura'e bin Haris, Qazi of Kufa. And one of the points of it was the witnessing of intelligence and learning, all those figures with titles, the Kasars, the Tubas, the Himyars, the Pharaohs. We are to learn what happened to them, what happened to that sort of individual. And yes, everybody will be met by the angels of death. And you're alone in your questioning there. What are you leaving for that state? And building things up for the afterlife is a lot more reliable. It's not that we neglect this life, certainly not. Because when we engage in things in this life, we certainly want some witnesses involved in the process. And why are we engaging in any commerce? Is it merely because of some desire, or is there some sort of principle involved in it? And Wala padar sauna rusuran min ramleka min man kasasna rekawa min
Naksu Salika Wamakana Lera Surinan Yadi Abeyadan Hiladin Elahe Faizajam Rulaye Kude Abelhaqe Wakasirunale Kaluntelun.
So, what verdict are we going to be standing on in the end? Some things, some stories have been laid forth, some principles of retribution. And let us remember, a true prophet is sent by the will of divinity with his message. It's not about his own taste either. And when we engage in business with others, let us remember that we want the business to be good for them too. And that doesn't mean we make everything an exorbitant profit or something like that.